make of a recipe I did so long ago, and it was my brown rice flour tortillas. That is actually probably my most viewed video, is that brown rice tortilla video. And I've had so many people commenting they have issues with it. Some people have said they have made it and they like it, but I've had more people commenting like, what can I substitute for potato starch, and all these sorts of questions. So I finally redone it with easier to find ingredients, and it's actually like a million times better. Just easier to roll out, better texture, softer, just altogether better. Only took me a year to do it. So this is the new version. The magic ingredient is basically potato puree or potato goo or whatever you want to call it. Boil potatoes and water in the blender. It kind of makes this really weird sticky paste that would be terrible if you were trying to make mashed potatoes. But for this, it's a really great substitute for gluten because it has that same starchy stickiness to it. It's not the easiest thing to clean onto your blender, I will tell you that, but just like let it soak, it will work. A few things that are important to note with this recipe. One is that you want to cook them on fairly high heat and quickly. So I use probably out of 10, my burner is on about 7 or 8. And they only take about a minute per side to get the bubbles, and then they just want a little bit of brown spots on the side. If you cook them low and slow, they're just going to be really dry and not flexible at all. They're also the most flexible right after you cook them. So when they're fresh, and if you stack them up, the ones in the middle kind of get this steam around. They kind of I don't know, stay really soft in the middle. And so that's when they'll be the most flexible. If you want to reheat them, like I show you in the video, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can, because I would suggest keeping them in the fridge after you make them. And to reheat them, you can either cover them in a wet paper towel and microwave them so they'll be soft again, but never as soft as when you first make them. Or you can put them in a toaster and actually toast them, and you get kind of like a crispy pita chip sort of texture. This is not one of those recipes where you can leave out the tapioca starch or substitute something else. It's a really sticky gluten-free flour with a lot of binding power, and it's very necessary in this recipe. Another thing I want to mention is that when you boil your potatoes, make sure you put a lid on them, because you want to keep the water in, because you're going to use that starchy water to blend them with. And the amount of water, you might have to add a little bit more water after they cook for blending. You want the consistency to look a lot like the one that I show in the video, but that might vary depending on how big your potatoes are and how much water evaporates when you're cooking them. So that'll be something you might have to adjust a little bit. They're super easy to roll out though, they taste really good. They're really pretty soft. I don't roll them too thin, again they'll just kind of get dry and crispy. You want to keep them a little bit thicker. What else? So I hope this recipe works in your kitchen. I've made it probably 6 times in the past 2 weeks, just trying to get it just right, and I love them. I absolutely love them. I have made flatbreads with them, I've made wraps with them, I've just torn them up and eaten them because they're just so good. And I think that's everything I wanted to tell you. So to the recipe.